body starts to soften, just begin to notice just how you feel this morning. Just allowing any thoughts that you might have just to come and go. And if you do feel your attention being drawn away, try and use your breath and just direct yourself back to your mat and to your practice. So the theme of this week's class is tapas. So tapas is a Sanskrit word which means many things to many people, but most simply, tapas means heat. So specifically the kind of heat generated by certain yoga practices. So our asana practice, some breathing practices as well can generate this heat. So we'll be looking at that in its simplest form today, but we'll also explore it as it refers to the niyamas and the 8 limbs of yoga. So when you're ready, we'll start to move a little bit. So you can maybe just begin just by wriggling your fingers and toes. And then maybe bend your knees a little. So you could have your feet flat on the floor. And then when you're ready, we'll draw the knees just towards your chest a little. And then from here, take your hands behind the back of your thighs. And on an inhale, we're going to just draw the knees in and lift the tailbone a little bit up off the ground. As you exhale, just release the tailbone back down. Do that again. So inhale, lift the tailbone up. And exhale, release. Continue with that movement. If you want a little bit more, as you inhale and lift your tailbone, you can lift your upper body. So you draw your nose up towards your knees. And then slowly release everything back down again. So do that again. So just gently lifting up. Apanasana is a wind-relieving posture. So the spaces between the bones, as we do this, release gas. Okay, we'll do that one more time, so just take your time. And then as you release everything back down, release the back of the legs, and just move the legs just a little bit further away from you. So you've got your knee over your hip. Maybe stretch your arms out to the sides here. And then on an inhale, we'll just lower the knees towards one side. So we're not taking them all the way down. As you exhale, draw the knees back into the center, and then we'll take it the other way. Just slowly moving side to side. If you want a little bit more, if you want to create a little bit more heat, you can lift your feet up a little bit, so you could straighten your legs a little. Or maybe if you feel that you can manage, you could straighten the legs fully. So take the legs all the way up as you move over. Again, just work with it you can, where it feels right. And it's not so much about getting further over, but more about controlling the movement. So you're using your core to strongly control the legs so that they're not going all the way across. And just move just to where it feels right to you. And then on your next one, as you come over, maybe bend your knees a little. And as you come over, just lower the knees all the way down towards the ground. You can keep your hands where they are, and then just turn your head and look along the opposite arm. So just a little stretch through the center of your body. So just a little twist. On your next inhale, we'll draw the knees back to the center, and then we'll go the other way. So again, just slowly take them all the way over towards the other side. Allow them to relax a little, and maybe look along your opposite hand again. And then on your next inhale, if you bring your legs back towards the center, Take your hands behind the back of your thighs now, and we're just going to roll a little bit. So you're going to roll back and forwards. Again, if this doesn't feel right to you, then you can just make your way up to sitting. Just a little gentle massage of the spine. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way up to a sitting position. So when you come in, we'll just come back into Sukhasana. So again, use a block if you'd like to sit under a block or a towel. Relax your shoulders. So try and lengthen your spine a little bit, so creating a little bit of space here. As you inhale, you're going to stretch your fingers out and we're going to reach up with the arms. So just a big stretch up. On the exhale, as you bring your palms down, if you just create fists, just quite gentle as you draw your arms back down. So again, on the inhale, stretch your fingers, lift the arms up. And then on the exhale, make fists and then draw them back down. So a nice strong movement through the arms. Do that again. So inhale, reaching all the way up with the arms. And then on the exhale, create fists and draw them down. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So inhale, big stretch up. So really stretching through the side of your body as you do that. And on the exhale, create these soft fists and lower down. Okay, we'll take a little twist here as well. So if you take your left hand onto your right knee, take your right hand behind you, just on the fingertips, and gently press yourself so you're lifting tall through that right hand, and then draw your torso round, just gently using that left hand, but keep nice and tall. Maybe turn and look over your right shoulder if that feels okay. And then slowly make your way back into the center. So we'll change the cross of your legs. So just take that other leg in front. Again, if it doesn't feel that comfortable, just widen your legs and take them out to the front. Lengthen through your spine. Again, as you inhale, spread your fingers, so like flames if you like, and then reaching up. And then on the exhale, just create that little fist and draw down. So just warming up through the arms and the shoulders. So again, stretch your wrists out, stretch your fingers as you reach up. And then close the fists as you draw back down. Okay, we'll do this one more time. So just reaching up, so really stretching this time as you come up, and then create these fists to come back down. Okay, we'll come in for that twist again. So this time, right hand to that left knee, and then the left fingertips behind you. So again, press up and out of these fingertips, and then draw yourself round a little. When you're ready, slowly make your way back into the center. And this time, if you bring your palms together, so we're going to rub our palms together just nice and gently. So we're just generating a little bit of heat here. And start to fall into a little bit of a ujjayi breath here if you can. If not, just breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Otherwise, create a little constriction at the back of your throat. You'll feel that heating up quite quickly. And then we're going to keep the breath going. And then if you release your hands and just place one hand just above your belly button and one hand below it. And just start to breathe into that. Relax the shoulders. So there is no heat without breath. Well done. When you're ready, we'll release the hands and then we'll slowly just make our way around to all fours. So just take yourself round. So our breath can be used to create heat, and it can also be used to cool us when we are hot as well. And we'll do a little breathing practice later which will help to cool the body. So when you come into this all fours, we'll spread your fingers, knees underneath your hips. And then as you inhale, drop the belly down and pull your chest forward. On the exhale, draw the belly in and just round your back. So just warming up with a few cat-cows here. So work this at your own pace. Just trying to warm up through the muscles of your back and stretch it as well at the same time. Maybe keep that ujjayi breath going. And then on your next inhale, we're going to move back into a more neutral position. So just coming back in. So keep the back nice and flat, keep the belly drawn in. I'm going to stretch your right leg behind you. So if you stretch it behind you and just have your toes on the ground first of all, and press your heel away just to stretch a little bit through the calf muscle. So push up and out of your shoulders, draw your belly up and in. Try not to drop the head too much. And then on your next inhale, we'll just lift that leg up. So just stretch it behind you. Good. So now from there, we're going to come into a Vashisthasana prep. So we're going to keep this left knee down. You might want to swivel a little bit on your left foot so it creates a little bit of a kind of bookend. You could keep it there if you want, but we're going to lift up through your right arm. So you just have to watch. So, you know, if you feel like you're going to fall over, then use your left foot, just swing it round, so away from you to the left a little. And it just works as a little kind of a gate leg on a table or a chair or something. Good. And then if you can, we'll stretch that right arm over your ear. So flex your back foot, your right foot. Toes pointing away to the right. Good. One more deep inhale. Lift back up through your right arm. And then place your right hand back down to the ground. Now this time if you draw your right knee towards your chest, so just pull it in. And we'll step your right foot up towards the top. So just coming towards the top. And then maybe slide your left leg away from you. So use blocks here for your hands if you'd like. Or maybe come up onto your fingertips, but draw the belly up and in. Okay, take one more deep inhale here, and then we're going to take your hands just up onto this right knee. So when you get there, again, maybe press back a little bit, you don't have to. But try and think about drawing the inner thighs together and lifting through your low belly. And then on your next inhale, we're going to reach with the arms. If that doesn't feel right, keep your hands so that they're on that knee. But relax your shoulders when you get there. So when we're working through yoga asana, we can either create heat or tapas by holding something still, sometimes does it, we hold something, or moving through it. And we'll do a little bit of both today. So we're just kind of holding this still and the heat starts to build up. But try not to create too much tension. Now from here, you're going to take your right hand and we're just going to take it on the back of your left, either bottom or your thigh if you can reach. And then with this left hand, reach up and back a little bit. So it kind of comes into a little twist. So you can try to twist around a little bit towards the right. So it's the opposite hand you want. So your right hand is on your left thigh. And then we're rotating around towards the right and we're reaching up and back a little bit with that left hand. Well done. Take one more deep inhale and then we'll release that. Reach back up just for a breath and then release both hands back down towards the ground. Okay, we'll tuck the toes under on the back leg, so lift the knee and then we'll step back, downward facing dog. So when you get back there, take your time, position your feet and maybe pedal them out a little bit. Maybe do that nice and slowly or a little bit quicker, just whatever suits you and whatever feels right. So spread your fingers, spread your toes, lift your low belly up. Okay, take one more deep inhale here and then we're going to lift your heels up and just slowly lower your knees back down towards the ground. So coming back in to this all fours position. Now from here, we're going to move forwards and back. So you're going to warm up your wrists a little bit. So if you move forwards a little, and then press your hips back a little. And you're just going to move through this in your own way. So you might come all the way forwards and drop down to kind of upward facing dog, and then press back all the way to child's pose. But you're just going to work how you feel it's right for you. So if it doesn't feel right to your wrists, for example, or your back, then don't take it so far. Just so the thing we're trying to do is just warm up gently, not to kind of force it or yank it. So the heat will gradually rise, and that's what we're looking for, not kind of an immediate movement, but gradual. Just do this one more time. So take your own time, move in your own way. And when you're ready, we'll start to make our way back to the centre. So just coming back into this mid position to draw the belly in. And then from here, we'll stretch your left leg behind you. So just stretch your toes away. Start with the toes on the ground first. So you get that little press of the heel away from you and that little stretch through your calf. And then when you're ready, if you lift up through that left leg, so just lift your left leg, so it's kind of level with your bottom. So again, from here, and you can either keep that, you could even take that foot back down if you wanted to, but we're going to lift up through your left arm. So again, maybe swivel a little on your right leg, so you create a little bit of a kind of support. Lift straight up through your left hand first, and then maybe reach it over your ear. And again, if this is too much, lower that left foot to the ground. Just work where you can. So draw the belly up and in, push up and out of your shoulder. Okay, take one more deep breath, and then we'll lift back up with the left hand. And then place your left hand on the ground and draw your left knee towards your chest. And then from there, step that left foot towards the top of your mat and start to come maybe onto your fingertips or your blocks. Maybe slide the right leg away from you, so you're getting a little bit more of a stretch through your legs. But again, just work where it feels right for you. Draw the belly up and in. Use your fingertips to create a little bit of space so your chest is not collapsing down. And then we'll move the hands, first of all, just up onto the knee. So when you get there, maybe press back a little bit. If it doesn't feel right, then you can stay slightly forwards. But lift through your belly. And again, feel free to stay here with the hands on that front knee. If you want a little bit more, as you inhale, we'll start to reach up with the arms. So again, relax the shoulders, maybe bend the elbows quite a lot here if that feels better. So again, your left hand is going to go down and go over towards that right hip or thigh, wherever you can reach. Reaching up through the right hand and maybe turning your torso, your body round towards the left a little. Maybe lean back a little, but only if it feels right. If it feels not right, then don't do it. Again, the muscles will warm just by holding these positions. Okay, when you're ready, we'll reach back up with both arms just for a breath. And then release both hands back down towards the ground. From there, we'll tuck the toes under on the back leg, lift through your back knee, and then we'll step back downward facing dog again. So again, take your time to get there, maybe pedal your feet out a little bit. So from here, we're going to do a little crouching down dog. So all we're going to do is bend your knees. So you bend your knees, press the hips up, and then straighten the legs and move back to downward facing dog. So do that again. So bend your knees, crouching down dog, and straighten the legs into that down dog. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So bend your knees, and then straighten the legs. Excellent. Okay, from here, we'll look towards your hands. You're either going to step or walk up, so maybe just take a little walk. And again, as you're coming up, you might unplug the hands as you're coming up towards the top. So have your feet about hip distance apart. Allow the upper body just to fold forwards. Maybe just let the arms dangle a little here. Maybe take hold of your elbows and you could just gently sway side to side. Again, if that doesn't feel right, then just leave it out. And then change the grip of your arms, so just bring your other arm in front. Again, either side to side or forwards and back if that feels okay. And then when you're ready, we'll release both arms back down. So again, bend your knees as much as you need to here. On an inhale, we'll lengthen forward, so coming up halfway. And then on the exhale, just folding back in towards your legs. As you inhale, reach up. And then on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Maybe just close your eyes down just for a moment. Just notice how you feel. And we're just going to continue just to gradually warm up through the body. So when you're ready, on an inhale, reach back up with your arms. And on the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs, so bend your knees. On the inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, folding back in. On the inhale, reach up, rise all the way up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, we'll do that again. So inhale, reaching. And on the exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, one more time. So inhale, reaching up with the arms. As you exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, this time take the hands down, bend both legs and step back to plank. Now from here, you could lower your knees down. So just lowering the knees and then just bend your elbows. Don't come all the way down, but then just kind of scoot through to that little cobra. On the exhale, maybe press back to your knees first, and then tuck your toes and lift up, downward facing dog. And you've got plenty of time, so we're going to take 5 breaths here. So move with this in your own way, at your own pace, just enough to build up a little gentle heat. Okay, take one more deep inhale here. From here, we'll lift the heels, look towards your hands and either step or walk towards the top of your mat. So again, take your time as you're coming up. Place your feet as you would like them. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Inhale, reaching back up with the arms. And on the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, step to plank. Lower down in your own way, so maybe lower your knees first, or maybe lower to chaturanga. On the inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And even here, if you feel that it's better for you to move to child's pose, then you know you've got like 4 breaths, and then you could move back to downward facing dog, or you know, just use the options that are right for you. You take one more deep inhale here. We'll lift the heels, look towards your hands and either step or walk towards the top of your mat. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, inhale, reaching with your arms. As you exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, step to plank. Lower down in your own way, so lower the knees first if you like. Cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog or child's pose, down dog with bent knees, whatever you prefer. So tapas doesn't just refer to heat, it also refers to self-discipline. So basically what makes us keep coming back to our mat and keep doing it. That is also the tapas or the heat that we're referring to. Okay, take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, lift your heels, look to your hands, step or walk towards the top of your mat. On the inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, one last time. So inhale, reaching with your arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, step to plank. Lower down in your own way. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, deeply breathing. Maybe take a big sigh out your mouth if that helps to cool you down. So one of our cooling breaths is that exhale through the mouth. Okay, take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, lift your heels, look towards your hands. Either step or walk towards the top of your mat. On the inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, fold back in. On the inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, palms meet the heart. And maybe close your eyes down. Just notice how you feel. Notice how your body has heated up. Hopefully feeling a lot warmer. Okay, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So now that we're nice and warm, we'll come in for our balance. Our balance today is going to be tree with an option of stepping to a high lunge. You don't have to do that bit, but you might want to try it just to give us that feeling of moving through it. So use a wall if you need to. Come in and we'll stand on our right leg, spread your toes, bend the knee a little and lift through your low belly. And then move your left foot so that it's resting against your ankle. Maybe come up towards the inner part of your calf or maybe move it up and try to avoid the knee here. So just move it up a little bit further if you feel you can. Open up through the knee. Try and keep your hips square. And you can either bring your palms together or maybe raise your arms, just wherever you feel is right for you. So if you want to reach them up, maybe have them wide today. Relax the shoulders. And focus on something. So something in your room maybe, or just a space that you look at to steady the mind. And we'll take one more deep inhale here. When you're ready, we'll release the hands and then with the leg, you can either just come back to Tadasana or lift through your knee, to bring your knee up, and then step back to a high lunge. So just stepping back into that high crescent lunge position. Again, hands towards your heart is fine. Maybe reach up with the arms. If you feel that's okay, relax your shoulders. Take one more deep inhale here. We'll bring the palms together in front of the heart. And then we'll bend the back leg and step up towards the top again. Maybe close your eyes down. Just notice how that side feels. We'll start to change sides. So when you're ready, spread your toes on your left leg, bringing your right heel towards the ankle, maybe moving up. Again, you know, both sides of our body are different, so be patient and understanding. Palms in. Maybe just take the palms maybe straight above your head this time. But again, just wherever it feels right for you. And then slowly release the hands. And again, if you're coming in for Tadasana, just release the leg. Or bring the knee round towards the front, lift it up, and then step all the way back. Just challenging our balance, not just when we're just standing, but when we're moving as well. Draw the belly in, and maybe reach up with the arms. Relax the shoulders. Well done, and then slowly bring your palms towards your heart, and we'll step up towards the top. And maybe close the eyes just for a moment, just to observe what's going on in your body. Notice where your mind goes. And then we'll just release the hands and we'll open the eyes. So we're coming in for standing postures now. So again, grab a block if you feel it's going to be useful for you. You never know, and you can use it. We will start with the sun salutation just to keep the heat that we've generated going. If you don't want to do that, then step back with your left leg to warrior one and skip the vinyasa if you'd like. So come up towards the top, but either keep your feet hip distance or maybe draw the feet closer together now. Lengthen through the muscles of your legs, lift the belly and relax the shoulders. So on an inhale, we'll reach up with the arms. And on the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And as you exhale, we'll step back to plank and lower down. So you could skip this, just move straight to down dog if that's better for you. Inhale the up dog and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, breathing deeply. So we'll lift up through your right leg, maybe bend the knee here, flex your foot and just slightly open the hip. So try and press down through your hands equally. And then extend the right leg up and draw the knee towards your chest again. So as you come in, we'll step towards the top of your mat. We're coming up to warrior one here. So we're going to turn on the heel of your back leg and slowly make your way up to a warrior one position. And we will reach with the arms, but again, please bring them in front of your heart if that is better for you. Relax the shoulders. And just make sure that you feel that you are pressing equally through both of your feet, that you're working the hips round, so you've got that slight twist in your body as you move round. And then either stay here, so again we can work tapas in a still position, or we'll move through it. So as you inhale, we're just going to reach the arms just along the sides. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up. So again, exhale, reach the arms just along the sides. You don't have to come down that far. And then inhale, stretch back up. And we'll do this one more time, so just moving through it. And then just lift back up again. Good. Okay, from here we'll move to warrior two, so slowly just spiral round into that warrior two position. Make adjustments to your feet, so remember when you get there you can move. Sink through your legs and maybe look along your front hand Try and relax your shoulders still. Draw the inner thighs in. And again, please feel free to stay here. Or when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll straighten the front leg a little and reach the arms up. Maybe look towards the front when you do that. And then take it back down on that exhale. So again, inhale, reaching up with the arms, really straighten your front leg. You don't have to lock it out. Just straighten it a little and come back down. And we'll do that one more time. So reaching up and then lowering down. And we'll stay here in Warrior Two just for another couple of breaths. Well done. From there, we'll reverse it. So we'll take the back hand, that left hand down the back thigh, turn your right hand up and then lift. And maybe look up towards that top hand, but just feel an opening, a stretching through the whole of your front of your body. Still working the legs a lot. Okay, take one more deep inhale, and then keeping that sense of space, we'll move forward. So we're going to bring either your right forearm down towards that right leg, and you can reach either straight up with your left hand, maybe drop it behind your back or reach it over. And then with this right hand, you can take it down towards a block, so you could grab a block, just place it on the inside of your foot, so any height, you can have it quite high, and work there. Sometimes it feels a little bit better, just rather than leaning on the leg, and if you are leaning on the leg, don't. So if you're leaning too much on this leg, try and lift up out of it if you have your arm there. Create this sense of stretching all the way through your side body. So from your back foot all the way up through the body is kind of one angle. Okay, take one more deep inhale. We'll start to come back up, so you could pull your belly in. Reach your arm and move back up. So coming back to kind of a Warrior Two position, but we're going to release the hands and we're going to turn the toes of both legs out. So if you turn the toes of both of your legs out, but keep the legs bent. So we're coming in for Goddess. So when you come into Goddess, just try and make sure your shoulders are kind of over your hips. And when you bend your knees a little, the knees kind of stay over your ankles. Good. And the tailbone points down, so the bottom's not sticking out to the back, but straight down with that tailbone. Good. Maybe lift your arms, just have soft elbows here. So you could stay here. If you want a little bit more, you could start to lift your heels if you want. So you could lift your heels up, maybe on an inhale, and release them down on an exhale. You could just do that a couple more times. So inhale, lift your heels up. And exhale, release them down. And we'll do that one more time. So inhale, lift up, and exhale, release. Good, well done. Okay, from there, we'll release the arms. We'll just straighten the legs just for a moment. And then turn your right toes back towards this kind of short edge of your mat again. Bend your front leg, your right leg, and then take your hands down towards the mat. So we'll come in for this, just a lunge position just for a moment. And then we'll bend the back leg and just step towards the top. So just take your time as you come up. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, just folding back in again. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Again, just close your eyes down. Just notice how that side of your body is feeling. Well done. We'll open the eyes, release the hands. So although tapas is about generating heat, we do have to watch that our ego doesn't come in and tell us to do too much. So we still have to listen to our bodies. Although we want to generate heat, it's not a heat at any expense. So, you know, we don't want to be practicing like 4 times a day or something. So you have to get that self-discipline under control as well. So when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll reach up with your arms. And on the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen forwards. And again, on the exhale, you can step back to plank and lower. You could move to down dog. Just take it at your own pace, what your body feels like this morning. And we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Again, maybe take a deep breath in through your nose, sigh it out your mouth if you're feeling a little hot. And when you're ready, we'll inhale and lift through your left leg. So again, we're going to bend that left leg, flex your foot, and we just press it back just gently a little, just to open your hip. When you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll straighten the leg again, and we'll draw the knee towards your chest as you move forwards to plank. And then step that foot up towards the top and start to move into warrior one. So spin your back heel, moving up, graceful if you can, reach your arms. And again, just feel that you're in the right position and make any adjustments to your feet, to your legs, to your body, to wherever it feels right. And then settle. So either stay here or take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, move forwards a little and reach the arms back. So you don't feel like moving, that's fine. On the inhale, just reaching all the way back up again. So again, as you exhale, moving forwards, reach the arms, draw the belly in. And on the inhale, stretch back up. Okay, do that one more time. So again, exhale, reaching back. And on the inhale, lifting back up. Good, well done. And then from here, we'll just move to warrior two. So again, spiral the body round, move through your legs, look along your front hand, work the inner thighs, and move your feet if you need to. So if you feel better staying and holding it, then that's what you'll do. Otherwise, as you inhale, reach the arms up, maybe straighten through the front leg. And then on the exhale, re-bend the leg and lower the arms down. So again, inhale, reaching up. And on the exhale, re-bend. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So take your time, inhale up. And exhale. Again, maybe look along your front hand, just stay there. Just for a couple of breaths. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release that back hand down the back thigh. Turn through your left hand and lift and look up towards it. Again, if that doesn't feel right, then don't. Okay, so look wherever it feels right. But try and get that sense of creating space, of working the legs still, and of working your feet. Keep that sense of space now as you start to move forwards. So again, maybe lowering that left hand towards the left thigh. Maybe grab a block or take your hand to the floor. And maybe start by reaching up with your top hand and then reaching it over your ear. But just wherever it feels right. And always move up a little bit if you're in doubt. If it doesn't feel right, then move up. Good, so we get a sense of spiraling the chest to the ceiling, a sense of stretching all the way through the side of your body. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale here. We'll come back up again, so draw your belly in, start to move back up, and you can release your hands. So when you do that, we're going to turn both feet out, so the toes of both feet turn out the way. Re-bend the legs if you've straightened them to do that, and try and keep your shoulders over your hips. So the tailbone points down. Good, so you can keep your hands where they are, or maybe move them up, and if straight up is not good here for you, then bend them. Take it to where you can. And then from here, again, either stay here, or on the inhale, lift your heels up, and on the exhale, release them down. And maybe if that's too much, just inhale, lift one heel up. And exhale, release. And we'll do this one more time, just inhale up. So it could be one heel, both heels, and release. Okay, from there, release the hands and re-straighten through your legs just to release them. So again, we'll turn the toes of that left foot just towards the short edge, bend your leg and release the hands down towards the ground. So again, when you come in, just on the toes of that back leg, we're just going to step to the top. So when you're ready, bend your back leg, step up to the top, stay in that kind of folded over position. On an inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, just come back down again. So when you get there, we're going to widen your feet. So you're going to turn your toes out, widen them. We're going to come into Malasana. So you can just kind of either take your hands onto your elbows or work yourself down a little bit further, just wherever you can. Well done, we'll not stay here long. But we are building heat in the muscles of our legs. Okay, we'll release the hands to the ground. You're going to walk your feet in. So if you bring your feet in, and we're going to come so that you bring your heels together and you're kind of up on the balls of your feet. So we're coming in for a butterfly. So bring your heels together, work it in. And you can stay here, so you can keep your hands on the ground. Or maybe you could lift your hands up. Take your time. Breathe. Very nice. Well done, don't force it. Excellent. Okay, from there, we'll release the hands down. We're just going to have a seat now, so you can just gracefully, hopefully, come down onto your bottom. When you come in, we'll just come into Navasana, just because we're here. So up on your sit bones, lift your feet off the ground. And again, try and keep the legs. You can keep them bent here. You can straighten them a little bit. You can straighten them fully. Keep your hands behind the legs, or you can release them, just wherever it feels best for you. We're not going to be here terribly, terribly long. Good. Okay, now if you can, you don't have to, but we're going to come back down. So we're going to roll back down. So you can keep your legs up and you can lower yourself all the way down. And then you can just release your legs, so pull your knees in towards your chest. Excellent. Okay. Now, in order to create the heat, in order to have that strong sense of centre, we need to have a strong core. So unfortunately, we've got one more little bit of core work to do here. So we're going to take your hands behind your head. You can relax your head down here. You don't have to lift the head off the ground. So you can keep your head down. We'll lift the legs back up. And then from there, we're going to extend them towards the ceiling. And you could do this with one leg or both legs. Upper body lowered or upper body lifted. All we're going to do, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we lower the legs a little. And then we bend the knees as we breathe in and press them back up to the sky. So as you breathe out, lower down, keep your back on the ground. Bend the knees as you breathe in and take it back up. So work as slowly as you can. Good, and lower to where you can. Excellent. So nice and slow and controlled. Okay, just gently warming up. So rather than rushing to warm it up or forcing it to heat up, we're just going slowly. Excellent. Okay, we'll just do one more of these, so take your time. Well done. And then slowly release the head if you have it lifted. Draw your knees towards your chest. Maybe take a little circle there. And then from here, we're going to come in and do a little bridge. So we're going to have your feet flat on the ground. Hands wide. If you want to, you can use a block here. So if you've got a block, just lift your hips up and just place the block underneath your hips. And you can just stay there in that more restorative bridge position. Otherwise, with the hands spread along the ground, arms down, feet about hip distance, on an inhale, lift your hips up, and then move to a position that suits you. So if you want to just come to your mid back, upper back, maybe up onto your shoulders, then do that. Just hold there. Well done. So we'll slowly make our way back down. So again, if you have a block underneath, you may want to remove it. Otherwise, slowly start to lower yourself all the way back down towards the ground. Now from here, we're going to come into reclined Gomukhasana. So you can use some options here. If you do have a strap, you can actually use a strap as well. But we're going to take your left foot on the ground, right foot lifted, and you're going to cross your legs over. So once you've got your legs crossed over, so right over left, you're going to pull the knees towards you. So you just draw the knees up. Now that might be enough for you. Okay, otherwise you could grab hold of your feet, if you can manage, or your legs, and you can just gently draw them in. So you just pull gently on each foot or the legs, just to get that little stretch through your hips. But again, if it doesn't work for you, and try and relax your upper body. So don't do it if you're kind of way up here and you're straining to do it. Relax the shoulders. Well done. We'll slowly release that. So release everything back down. Uncross your legs and we'll change sides. So keep your right foot on the ground. Lift your left foot up, cross over again at the thighs if you can. And then just lift the knees in. So that might be enough, just keeping the knees towards you. Otherwise, grab hold of your feet, your legs, and draw the feet in. So it'll give you a stronger stretch through your hips. Again, if you can't manage your feet, you could grab your shins or your calves to do it as well. But don't bother forcing it. Well done. Slowly from there, just release it and release it down towards the ground. And cross your legs again. And this time we'll just take a little twist here. So we'll just drop both legs, just like we started. Drop both legs over towards the left side. And if you want to, you could take your left foot and just place it on top of your right knee. And that just gives you a little bit more of a stretch there. Maybe stretch your arms out. Look along your right hand. And we'll just change sides, so just release that, bring it back to center. So both legs now over towards the right. And again, when you get there, you can lift your right foot up and then place it on the left knee. So it just gives you a little bit of a weight, if you like, to press that down so it stretches the hip a bit more. And when you're ready, slowly release that, bring it back into the center. And then just draw your knees once more, just towards your chest. So maybe circle round or just move side to side, whatever feels right. Okay, so from here, we're going to move into Shavasana. So to maintain that heat that we've built up, then you may want to put on some socks or a jumper or something. So Tapas is one of the niyamas, which is the second limb of yoga. And the second limb is all about self-discipline or self-observances. So that's why we get kind of the heat generation, but also the kind of the discipline or the drive, if you like. And it is obviously all about yoga, but it can be in your life as well, not just yoga. So in view of that, we're going to do a little meditation, which is a warming meditation. So if you're not warm, hopefully you might feel a little bit warmer after this. So just take a moment just to settle in. Just notice how your body feels. And just observe your body without trying to change anything. Just mentally scanning your body for areas of tension. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Just breathe in and out. And just continue to take slow, regular breaths. And imagine that the areas of tension in your body relax a little each time you breathe out. And then starting with your feet, begin to relax your body. Notice that your feet are becoming warm and relaxed. Focus on your left foot, just feeling the bottom of your left foot becoming warmer. Feel your toes warming and the top of your foot. Your entire left foot is warm. Notice now your right foot and just feel the sole of your right foot warming and relaxing. The toes of your right foot are also becoming warm, and the top of your foot. Your whole right foot is warm. The feeling of warmth and heaviness feels very pleasant. Feel the warmth in your feet increasing, continuing to your ankles and your lower legs. At the same time as the warmth is growing in your feet and legs, turn your attention to your hands. Notice your right hand warming. Feel the warmth in each finger, starting at your fingertips. The warmth spreads all the way up your fingers and your thumb, continuing to the palm of your right hand. Feel the back of your right hand warming as well. Notice your left hand becoming warm, from the tip of each finger and your thumb until your fingers and thumb are warm. Feel the warmth spread to the palm of your left hand and the back of your hand. Your left hand is completely warm. Feel the warmth in your hands increasing. Your hands are very warm, heavy, and relaxed. The warmth continues to your wrists and your arms. Feel the core of your body relaxing. A feeling of warmth begins in the center of your body, near your stomach. Feel the warmth growing to your chest and all the way up to your neck. The front of your body, all the way from your hips to your neck, is warm, heavy, and relaxed. Focus on the small of your back. Feel this area warming and relaxing. Allow the warmth to continue from your lower back to your middle back and upper back. Your back is warm, very relaxed. Concentrate on your neck, feeling how warm and relaxed your neck has become. Feel the relaxation in your entire body. A feeling of warmth and heaviness, very pleasant and relaxed. Take a few moments just to relax, enjoying the warm, calm, peaceful relaxation.
When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose, and then we'll just sigh out your mouth. So we'll do that again, so deeply inhaling through your nose, and just let it out your mouth. And then we'll start to move just through your fingers and toes to begin, and then the arms and the legs. And then if you'd like, you could stretch your arms overhead, stretch from your hands all the way to your feet. And then just in your own time, we'll start to bring the arms over and bend the knees. So with the knees on either into your chest or the feet on the floor, start to move a little side to side. Even moving over to your side if you'd like. And then we'll just start to make our way up to sitting. So just take your time as you come up. There's no rush. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. And just finding a comfortable seat when you're ready. And we'll just bring the palms together just in front of your heart. So leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along, practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the tapas practice that we did. Namaste. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. You can unmute yourself now if you'd like. Any questions or comments, then you can let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.
Thank you, Gillian, for sending the video.
Yes.